A food cart vendor has learned that by pricing hot dogs $2 each, sales reach 200 dogs per day. He's determined that for each dollar increase in price, he sells 50 fewer hot dogs. Let Y be the number of hot dogs the vendor sells and X dollars each. Write an ordered pair given this scenario and the slope. So, can anyone give me an ordered pair for this scenario? Oh, because if I sell them, since Y is the number of hot dogs and X is the dollars, the first one would be for $2, I can sell 200 hot dogs. What would be another ordered pair? What did you do there to get that point? What did you do? $3, $1.50. How did you come up with that? Oh, a dollar increase. So if I increase $2 to $3, I'm going to sell fewer hot dogs, right? Could anyone, based on that information that he just gave us, could you come up with another ordered pair? Not that we need another one, but just for fun, just so we can see that pattern emerging. Oh, for 100. Now, which points do you want to use to calculate the slope? Anyone? You could use any points on the line that you want, right? I actually kind of prefer even numbers, so I'm going to use the 4 100 instead of the 3 150. You're going to get the same slope no matter what, okay? So I'm going to call this one x1, y1. I'm going to call this one x2, y2. Does it matter which one is first and which one is second? No. What's the slope formula? Who has it memorized again? I'm going to call on a different person. Jocelyn, tell us the slope formula. Now, do you think people get that slope formula confused? The only time I see people messing up on the slope, calculating the slope, is they didn't write the formula and they didn't label their points. So me, I don't want to get any of it mixed up. I have 4 points. I put 1 point, I put one number in the wrong place. My whole thing is a mess. So I recommend every single time you calculate the slope, you go ahead and put down the formula. So now we're going to calculate it. I'll just do it right here. M equals, tell me what to plug in. Over 4 minus 2. And what are we going to get? What's 100 divided by 2? Oh, wait. 100 minus 200. Oh, you're right. It should be negative. Negative 50. Right? Oh, and that's because, what's the denominator here? 1. So every $1 increase, we have a 50 hot dog decrease. Right? Hot dog. 50 hot dogs decrease, and that was our Y values. So now do we have enough information to create a linear equation? What would you do to create the linear equation? What would you use? Point, slope. You have to memorize this one too. So who can tell me, cover up your point slope form, see if you remember what it is. What is the formula? Bam. Okay, there it is. Now we're going to plug in information. So we're going to use this formula to plug in one of our points and our slope. So we have y minus, I'm going to use this one, 200 equals negative 50. So glad you guys caught my mistake there. Sharp eyes. Okay. Times x minus what? 2. Okay. Now This form is the point slope form. Point slope form. But remember, it's great and all, point slope form. It's not super common that you'll see it, but we do have to learn it because it comes up, right? And it's one of our things we need to learn. But the more common form is the slope-intercept form. So whenever we have point-slope form, it's always best to rearrange that into slope-intercept form. Okay? So we'll do that by distributing y minus 200 equals negative 50 times x. What's negative 50 times negative 2? Plus 100. And now what do you do to get y by itself? Y equals negative 50x plus 300. Is that right? Did I do it right? Look for my mistakes because sometimes I make them. Did I make any mistakes? Is it good? This right here is called what? Slope-intercept. Now, what would the y-intercept be? B. I like it that I said B. What would the y-intercept be? What's the ordered pair of the y-intercept? Slope-intercept form. The y-intercept would be, who can tell me the ordered pair? 0, 300. What does that mean? Let's say we were going to interpret it. What does X stand for and what does Y stand for? And who could give me a sentence that explains what that y-intercept means? Sam. Yeah, basically he could just give them all away for free and 300 people would take them. Probably even some people are vegetarians. Maybe they don't want hot dogs. So you could give away 3 of them for free. Exactly. So she noticed the price here is 0. The hot dogs here, hot dogs, is 300. If you sell them for $0 each, you could give away 300. Or I like how she said sell them. For $0, you could sell them. You could sell 300 hot dogs, and you would make absolutely no money. Okay.